Hello everybody, welcome back. So today we are back here at Anime Defenders, and I managed to get my hands on both of these secret units that are currently inside of the game, that being Hakari and Jin Woo. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how I got them, evolved them. I'm going to be showcasing them for all of you guys who have currently not seen their stats. It's currently one day before update, so this video might be rushed. But before the video does begin, if you guys haven't yet, please make sure to like and subscribe. It would really help me out and it's completely free. But with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so here we are in my private server. As you guys can see, I have both of these secrets at max level, which is pretty insane. I'm gonna show you guys their stats in a bit, but before I actually do that, you guys are probably wondering, well, how did you actually obtain these units? Well, there is a bit of an alt epidemic going around right now, so you know I had to hop on. As you guys can see here, I have quite a few alts. I actually have 7, so in total I am using 8 accounts to actually play the game, and they're all doing infinite, and that's how I got so many gems. And I actually bought them both for gems and rerolls. I didn't actually end up rolling them myself, but here are the clips of me actually trading for them. So yeah, I think we got them at a pretty fair price, considering you'd probably need more than that to actually roll them yourself. But, you know, obviously after that, we had to roll some traits. I'm not gonna lie, the trait on my pro gamer is pretty bad, and the stats are even worse. So we're gonna be re-rolling that today. And the trait on my Chance King is actually pretty good. So yeah, we got Sonic on our pro gamer a few times, but I didn't really want to keep that because I had 400 rerolls, so I thought I might have gotten something better. But yeah, the Hakari's basically done. If we go over to the trait reroll section, he has critical 3 and brawler 3, which is very good. Brawler 3 increases damage and critical 3 increases crit chance. Precision is probably like one of the best traits that you can get on Hakari. So overall, I think this double trait is actually better than precision. Now, the best trait that you guys can actually get on secrets is going to be Almighty. I know it may seem obvious because it is 0.1%, but what some of you guys don't know is that secrets can actually only be placed once, not once, twice, which means that even though they have higher damage than any unit in the game, overall their group DPS might be lower because you can only place 2 of them and not like 3 or 4 as other units. And what Almighty does is it boosts their damage by 280%, which makes it 80% stronger than both of them combined. And you also get a cooldown reduction and more range, so that's definitely the best one. But I have 22 crystals right now and I don't want to get swiftness, so hopefully we can get something good. Let's see. So we got critical, swiftness, and critical double trait, but they're both bad, so I'm gonna reroll. And we got Hunter 3 and Swiftness 1. Okay, so clearly we didn't get anything lucky, but I actually do need to rank reroll on them because if you look here, the stats are kind of bad. I literally evolved it without getting worthiness and rerolling, so that was my bad. But let's reroll. I'm hoping to get at least all A's, and I don't have... Oh, we got A+ damage. That's actually pretty good. All we need now is some decent cooldown, and we only have a bit of Frostbind, so hopefully we can get something decent with that. Oh my gosh, we got A+. Honestly, it's not the best because you guys can get S stats and he doesn't have any right now, but it's still good enough, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. So our final stats, Jin Woo is gonna have A+ damage, A+ cooldown, and A range, and our Hakari is going to have A damage, S cooldown, and A+ range. So now for what you guys have been waiting for, let's head over to an infinite. We're gonna choose Windmill Village because it's the easiest. And yeah, what I'm going to do right now is farm up some money so that I can afford to max both of them out, and I will see you guys once we are ready to showcase. All right, welcome back. So we now have all the money that we probably need for right now. We're currently wave 13, so let's go ahead and place the Hakari. I'm gonna be showcasing him first. Usually you want to place him all the way back here because his range is actually pretty good. So if you place him up here or anywhere closer, then it's basically a waste because you won't be maximizing the range that you get. So yeah, this is what his first move is on base. He's doing 5,184 damage every 3.6 seconds. And let's look at his moves. So right here, he is going to be charging up something, and then he throws like a green fireball at them. It looks like it is a single AoE attack. Well, the cone is so small that you'll only end up hitting 1 or 2, so definitely not that good of a move, but it does some pretty good damage. Let's go ahead and get the next upgrade, 2000. So right now his cone AoE is about the same, but he did go to a 3.1 second SPA, and his damage has gone up to about 8.7 thousand. And keep in mind he is max and evolved, so this is about the max damage that he will do with without any better traits. All right, so next up, he gets a move called Viridian Blitz, and now he has 13,878 damage with a 5.4 second SPA. So with this move, he actually switches to a line AoE, which is pretty cool, and it looks like he does a multi-hit attack. He kind of punches them a lot, I believe. With his green cursed energy, he just punches and slams them a lot. Now, even though Hakari at his max damage isn't like super strong, I've heard that what makes him really actually good is the fact that he has a boosted crit chance, which makes sense because he is the chance king, so that would be fitting. But yeah, let's go ahead and buy the next upgrade. He now does 16k damage every 5.4 seconds. He's sticking with the line AoE, but his range has increased a little bit. So after that, he gets a brand new move called Eco Shatter Cannon, and he will go to 17,000 damage with a 6.3 SPA. So it's going to go up a little bit, but his range and damage will increase. So let's buy that. So here it is. He's now back to a circle AoE, and he's going to grab what looks like a container, and he's going to throw it on the enemy. Let's see that again. So there he goes. He throws it, and that's going to be dealing 17,000 damage to any enemy inside of it. Very solid move. The AoE is kind of small, but nonetheless still a lot of damage. So next, he's going to move to 19,000 damage every 6.3 seconds. His range has gone in a small increase, and he is currently in upgrade 6. So next upgrade, he is going to get a brand new move called Aerial Rail Raid, and his damage will go up to 21,000, and his SPA is going to lower with a better range. So let's buy that. And the AoE circle has increased a little bit. So let's see. He's going to summon 3 buses. I believe those are buses. He summons 3 of something that fall on the enemy, and they each do like 7,000 damage, I think. This is a very strong move for 2 reasons. One, because the damage itself is insane, but it's also a multi-hit. So up against bosses who have like shield or anything like that, it's going to do extra damage to them, and it's going to break their shield, which is just pretty good in my opinion. So next we have a small upgrade. No new move, but he is going to go up by around 3,000 damage. His range is going to increase, and his SPA, I think it stays the same, but now he has a few more upgrades left. So when we get into the next upgrade, he is getting another new move called Titanic Rail Slam, and his SP is going to increase by like 2.3 seconds, but his damage is going to increase by almost 10,000, actually more than that. So yeah, hopefully this move is good. Let's buy it. So his AoE cone is bigger now, so let's see what he's going to do. So he summons a huge train that is absolutely massive. So instead of summoning 3, now he only does 1, but it's way bigger and it does a lot more damage. So let's see right here. So he's gonna summon it, and then it comes down from the sky through that portal and does absolutely massive damage. Now that is absolutely crazy. Let's buy the next upgrade. So he's going to get a larger damage increase by around 2,000. His SPA is going to lower, and his range has increased. So far, this unit has been extremely OP. The damage they do is great. And now we move on to the last upgrade called Fortune Frenzy, where he gets a new move, and his damage is going to increase by another 10,000. His SPA is going to go higher by 2.2 seconds, and his range is going to increase as well. So let's go and buy that. So here it is, his final move. His AoE circle is absolutely massive, but you guys can see he summons I think it's a pachinko machine, and he summons it down from the sky, and it actually attacks them. So I don't know if this is actually a multi-hit. I believe it is, because you guys can see it is damaging them a lot, and then it explodes, dealing massive damage. So yeah, this is definitely a really solid move, because before it even lands on them, it's going to be melting away at their shields if they have any. And then we get the final upgrade, and now he is maxed out, dealing 51,000 damage every 9.9 seconds with a range of 39, and it barely reaches the beginning all the way from back here. And when he actually uses his move, you'll see it here in a second, but he actually does a little dance as well, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I'm gonna sell him just for now so that I can show off the other unit, which is Jin Woo. Now, I have used him in a challenge before, and I will say he is my favorite out of the 2 secrets. So he starts off with 2,932 damage with a 4.2 second SPA, and his range is pretty small. He has a small circle AoE, but the really cool thing about him is that he is actually the only summoner unit in the game. Now, not literally a summoner, but what he does is that when he kills a actual bandit, he will summon them back with around 1/4 of the original HP. So that is why I really like him, because he's a summoner. It's really cool. And when I was playing the challenge, he actually summoned them back with all the shield they had originally too, which to me was just crazy. But let's go and buy the next upgrade. So he's going to get a dramatic damage increase all the way up to 5.2 thousand. His SPA is still relatively low at 3.8 seconds, and his range is still a little bit low. But next up, we get a new move called Gamer Slam, and his damage is going to increase by 3,000. Let's buy this. So now he is full AoE, which is definitely really solid, especially for challenges, stories, and raids and stuff like that. So now obviously he does 8k damage, 7-second SPA with a range of 19. So when an enemy comes into his range, he is going to jump up in the air and slam them down, dealing massive damage. And even when he has 0 upgrades, he is still summoning. So the fact that you don't need to actually upgrade him at all for him to start summoning units is pretty crazy. But let's get the next upgrade. So he's going to receive a small damage upgrade. Now he's dealing 10,000 damage every 6.4 seconds, and he has a range of around 20. So let's buy the next one. He gets a new move called Mutilation, and let's buy that. His damage is now 13,000 every 5.1 seconds with a range of 20. So this is the new move. It's still full AoE. So what he's going to do is when an enemy comes in his range, he's going to do a bunch of slashes, which I'm pretty sure is actually multi-hit as well. If that's true, then it would be really cool. But yeah, another full AoE attack. Very nice. Let's buy the next upgrade. So he's going to get a small damage increase, and his range and SPA is going to remain almost the same. And then next upgrade, he gets a move called Gamer's Authority. Let's buy that. So he is now switched to another circle AoE, but his range is a bit bigger. Now his damage is at 18,000 every 5.9 seconds. So when an enemy goes into his range, he summons a bunch of cubes and actually throws it at them. I think this move is also a multi-hit for every single time one of the cubes actually lands, and he summons 4 of them. So yeah, this unit has a bunch of multi-hit attacks, which I'll always take because I prefer those over single hit most of the time. So yeah, very nice. And as you guys can see, his units that he summons are still coming in, and they are swarming literally the entire map. All right, but let's get the next upgrade. 20,000 damage every 5.9 seconds, and his range has increased a little bit as well. And next he gets a move called Soul Sphere. Let's buy that. So now he has 28,000 damage every 7.6 seconds, which is a pretty dramatic increase, and his range has gotten a little bit larger. So let's see now. So when an enemy gets in his range, he's going to summon like a ball of energy, and he sends it at them and it explodes. So it's pretty cool, but it's obviously not his best move. Moving on, his next upgrade, he gets 31,000 damage every 7.2 seconds, another small damage increase. He still has the same move, and let's buy his next move, which is called Soul Strike. So this is when he changes to a line AoE, and he does 34,000 damage every 7.6 seconds. So this is actually why I placed him at the end of this path, because he's a line AoE, so it would just make sense. So as you guys can see here, he summons like a blue beam where he's actually like pulling all the enemies, and it is also a multi-hit attack, which is great, especially for the mobs, again, with shield. Now in my opinion, the line could be a little bit larger, but it's still very solid. And whenever he actually uses his attack, you guys can see he literally says arise, which I think is the catchphrase in the show. So yeah, that's the max upgrade. He goes to 37,704 damage every 7.6 seconds, and his range caps out at around 32.8 for me. So his range is a little bit smaller than Hakari, and his damage is also lower, but he has a lower SPA as well as the ability to summon units, which is extremely OP in itself. But now that I've showed you guys both of these units, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them both run infinite. Like, I'm going to put them both in the same game right now. It's 4 units in total plus the Rockstar buff, and we are going to see how far these 2 units by themselves can get on a windmill infinite run. So let me just max out this other pro gamer right here. There we go. We now have 2 max pro gamers, and they're both going to be summoning units, so that should be good. And then we're gonna place our 2 Hakaris over here, and I believe I can almost max this one out right here. Yep, there we go. I now have a max Hakari and 2 Sung Jin Woos here. All right, so there we go. Our Hakari is now maxed. So we have all 4 of our secret units placed here, guys. We have both of our Sung Jin Woos up front with their line AoE, and we have our Hakaris back here. And the reason I placed them over here is because, one, they can hit all the way up here, and they also will be able to reach back here when enemies start pushing through. And Sung Jin Woo just line AoE in this line, I feel, is just the best. So yeah, we have all of our secret units placed, and now I'm just gonna see how far we can get. Currently we are at wave 40, and hopefully we can get pretty high with just them alone. If we can get past like wave 90, that would be insane. Yeah, I'm gonna run a time lapse for you guys, and let's see how far 2 secrets can get us. Alright guys, so the infinite officially ended. We actually got to wave 80, but I think technically we only completed up to wave 79. But still, getting all the way to wave 80 with just 4 units technically is just insane. These units are really strong, and I'm really excited to see the one that's coming today later in the update. Hopefully it's a good secret. But yeah, that was basically it for the video. I just want to show you guys the 2 new secrets that I ended up getting. If you guys did happen to enjoy the video, then again, please make sure to like and subscribe. It would really help me out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.